So as a summary for Module 15 Chinese economy, the first thing about the Chinese economy, we have to measure whether it is good or bad. So indicators, what we learned in M13, it is GDP and employment rate, average wage. And here there are two things new. The first one is GDP per capita. Especially because China is with a huge population, that's why the per capita will be a good indicator measuring whether Chinese economy is good or bad. The second one is about the value of total export of goods. The main word goes to the point export. So it means that right now, as China is improving in the economic performance, more exports has been done in the Chinese economy. So right now we move to the industries about China. So according to the wordings of the Chinese economy, it is a three strata categorized into primary, secondary, and tertiary industry. So quickly give them definitions. For primary, it's actually extractions of natural resources. And for secondary, it is something about manufacturing. And for tertiary, it's something about service. And one reminder, especially for China, mining, although it's something about natural resources, is categorized into the secondary industry. Okay? So mainly the three strata, according to the wordings in the textbook, it is interrelated. So rephrase again, it is interdependent. So consider the situation of China. We discovered that among the three strata, tertiary industry is picked to develop. So we have to ask the reason why China developed tertiary industry. There are several reasons that why tertiary industry is picked. Okay, so the first point, recently for tertiary industry, it contributes only about 40% of the GDP. We use the word only. It means that there is the potential. Okay, and the second reason goes to the state policy. So recently there is a 13th five-year guideline, or chase back to 12th five-year guideline. There is an emphasis emphasizing that state policy welcome the development of service industry. That's why it is the tertiary service. Okay. The third point goes to the people's demand. It means that the people mainland will have improved financial situation and therefore they can consume more. And that's the reason why more tertiary services is required. Okay? So right now we quickly move to key point 2 about secondary industry. So we have a category defining whether the secondary industry is light or heavy. It's not really about the mass, but whether the goods is heavy or not. So we have a clear definition. When it is light, it means that it can be a final product bought by the consumer. So it is a consumer goods. But while if it is a heavy industry, it is not consumer goods, it's a producer goods. So it may be a semi-product that it can be produced into other consumer goods. So during the process, it will be a heavy industry. And finally, it will become a light product, a light industry. Okay? So both is emphasized by China at the same time. And that's the reason why there is a saying that China is a world factory producing light and heavy industry. So one thing remind that right now China is not only strong at low technology product, including high tech. China is improving and providing high tech goods as well. Okay, so this is the major summary for the whole entire module. Indicators, industries, something good for tertiary industry, and more detailed information about secondary industry.